Hi, welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Anna. If you've been here and you're a subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone who keeps coming back and watching my videos. I do pretty much only project panning on my channel, at least at the moment. It's just what I like to do, and I have today my project level up. I have been working on my Natasha Denona My Dream palette for level 2, and I finally used all the shades once. No, I used all the shades twice, and then instead of a goal of hitting pan in 2 shades, I need to use 2 shades at least 10 times, and I did use those 2 shades 10 times. And I'm very happy, and I'm very happy to be able to roll something else in, because that's the most exciting part. I have a few palettes that I really want to get this month, and then a few that I'm more nervous about. So we'll see what we get. First of all, it's March 8th today. It's International Women's Day. So I just want to say to all you amazing women who watch this, who inspire and who are working towards a better world, congratulations. And I hope you do something today that you will be proud of, that other women will be proud of. And if you just take care of yourself and stand up for yourself, you're already doing it. So keep up with being a wonderful woman. I think that's pretty much what we should all aspire to do. One more thing, I'm actually, because it's the Ski World Cup, is that how you, like, we say VM, that's like the World Championship in skiing. So I'm trying not to be distracted by this, but we have a lot of very good Norwegian skiers. We're hoping to take another gold medal today, and I should have been there because it's actually just in the same town as I live in. It's in Trondheim this year, which is very exciting. So if you are watching, let me know in the comments if you're, I don't know, Swedish or American. There are a lot of really good American skiers who have done pretty well. I know Norway is kind of taking over a little bit. We have, I say we as if I have any, like, I've met some of the skiers while they are out jogging, but I'm just walking in the rain and they are jogging past me and I just feel a bit lazy. But they are doing an amazing job, and they have taken a lot of gold, silver and bronze medals so far. And we have one more chance today and one more tomorrow, and I think it's very exciting. Should have been there, but it's very crowded. I'm just not up for it. So I'm watching it on my little screen here. I'm not gonna look at it while I film, but just know that that is also on my mind right now, but mostly it's this one. I'll tell you what's on my eyes in the end of the video, but now I just really want to get on with my update. So Natasha Denona My Dream, it has 15 shades. I'm just gonna show you. I'm filming in natural lighting, by the way, today. I haven't done that in months because it's been really dark and I haven't had the opportunity, but today it's actually really, really nice outside. It's a bit of a sunny, nice weather, so hopefully this works. I think it looks kind of nice. This is my palette right now. So as you can see, I didn't just use all the shades at least twice. I also hit my goal of 10 uses. No, what am I saying? I didn't only hit my goal of 2 uses in every shade and then 2 of the shades 10 times. I also hit pan in 1 eyeshadow. So yay me. I'm gonna have comparison pictures up here while I talk you through them, but it's not that much to talk about. I've used all the shades. The focus eyeshadows that I chose are Thrill. Obviously I used that one 10 times and I hit pan after 9 uses, and then I just used it once more. It's a very soft shade, but I was using my finger, which meant I was kind of digging a big hole instead of pinpointing, and I thought that might make me not hit pan, but I actually did after 9 uses. And then the other shade that I was working on doesn't really show at all, but it's the shade Nurture. I don't know what to tell you. It's a densely packed matte eyeshadow, and I used a pretty fluffy brush, and I just used it in my crease those 10 times. Not much to tell you about that one. And I'm terrible at taking pictures of my eye looks, but I did actually do one look that I wore for that birthday brunch that I was talking about in my last video. And I really like that look, so I'm going to show you a picture. And it's just using the shade Thrill, and I'm pretty sure maybe I didn't have Nurture in the crease. Maybe I had some of these shades from my palette. I'm not sure what I have in my crease, but in the outer part of my lid, I have the shade Thrill, and then in the inner part of the lid, I have a light blue, and then I put a little bit of a I put a little bit of purple in the center of the lid to kind of, so it kind of went like a gradient. It went from light blue to purple to the Thrill shade, and I love the shade Thrill. It's just so multi-dimensional, and it looks nice just as an all over the lid one and done type of shade, but it also looks really nice mixed with something else in this look. So that is the only look I have to show you. And then now that we have talked about the eye palette that I did use, I need to roll in a new one. And I have a wheel here in my Tiny Decisions app, which has all of my palettes, except, I think there's one more I need to remove. Except, let me just start recording so you can see what I'm doing here. The only eyeshadow palettes that I don't have in this little wheel, I'm struggling to talk so badly. Focus. The only palettes that are not in this wheel, and I need to take one more out, are the palettes that I have already reached my goal on, like no pan left behind on, because my ultimate goal this year is to hit no pan left behind in all of my eyeshadows, along with just using lots of eyeshadows as much as possible, and also trying to hit a few new pans, and then my Panda palette, which is like my main focus. So I need to remove which one of these naked palettes. How do I know if I remove the right one? Naked Honey, because that one is in my That's All 2000s project to use no pan left behind. And then I've also removed palettes that I have previously reached my goal on in other projects. So that means these are the only eyeshadows that are left, and I'm just gonna randomize 2 because I like to have the option to choose one or the other in case one of them are just not something I want to work on at the moment. I don't want to force myself to do anything, but I do want to randomize because it's just more exciting. So let's just randomize 2 and then I'll pick one of them. Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions. That is not a palette I want to work on, to be honest. It's a bit boring and I have no idea which 3 shades I want to use 10 times. Okay, let's see what the other one is. Because I need to use 3 eyeshadows, which... Colourpop California Love. That was the palette that I wanted the most, because I kind of have a little plan. That is okay, that is perfect. I'm gonna choose my Colourpop California Love because, as you can see by my reaction, I am not interested in using the Huda Beauty Topaz one. So let me go grab it. Okay, Okay, I'm so happy right now. The reason I wanted to work on this palette is that, as you can see, I have... Why are there two eyeshadows missing in here? There's supposed to be another matte. I need to find that one as well. Okay, I'm a little bit confused. There's supposed to be, like, if you saw my video about rearranging my ColourPop eyeshadows and repressing some eyeshadows, you would have seen how my palettes looked, like these two ColourPop palettes. What they looked like after I had removed some shades. I declared quite a few. I need to go through my pictures because I have pictures of these two palettes after I did that video and what they looked like when they were rearranged. And now I cannot find it. I was looking at it not that long ago. Here they are. So I have pictures of what these two palettes looked like, and as far as I can see, there was a lighter, like this lighter shade that was in the wrong spot, and then Laguna, which I for some reason have put in here. There's a lot of things that are not in the right spot. Okay, so Laguna is going in the spot of Laguna. And then I have also switched around a few other shades, the Bay, and then there's a pink in here that was supposed to go, so now we're in the right. This is Garden Date from a different palette. Is that one fits in here. And this pink one, which is Dream Maker, also from the Sweet Talk palette. And then the Bay is no longer in here. It is in my Lush Life palette. And then that means the one shade missing is the reason that I wanted to get this palette. It's in my like everyday things that I use pretty much every day palette. This is just something I keep very handy and I reach for it almost every day. And it is a shade from a different palette altogether. It's a inner corner shade from the Queen of Hearts palette from Color Rain. And I just repressed it into here to make this palette so much nicer. So my California Love palette is very different from the original one. I think the only original shades, Laguna, Gnarly, which is this one, and I think that's it. And then there are a lot of shades from my Sweet Talk palette, and then there are two shades from, these two are from the Odin's Eye Elva palette, and then this is actually a shade from Juvia's Place. So a lot of repressed shades, and I think this palette looks really, really nice. So I have been using the inner corner shade quite a lot lately, almost every day to be honest. So that is a definite one for 10 uses, because it's just very easy and I would like to get more use out of it. And it's mostly because it's just a gimme shade. I used it so much already that it's just easy to use 10 times. And then I also think I want to do 2 matte eyeshadows, just because I have the Hourglass Scattered Lights in Reflect in my That's So 2000s project. And I haven't been using it that much because I have had a lot of other shimmers to work on. So I think if I did 2 mattes and then the inner corner shade, that would mean I had a full look with any shimmer shade. So I could use the shimmer shades from my Panna palette or the Hourglass one. And then also if I wanted to use something else. But I will also need to use all the other shades 3 times. So I will have a lot of shimmer shades. 6. not including the inner corner. But I have 6 shades that are kind of like lid shades, and I need to use all of them 3 times. I already said that. So I'm gonna go with probably the shade Gnarly because it's different from everything else I have. It works really well with, it's not different from everything else I have, it's different from everything else that I'm working on. And it would go really well with my Panda palette as well because that one doesn't have a light brown. And then I was thinking of doing this one because I don't really have a matte pink anywhere else that I'm working on either. Well, I have a very light pink, but nothing like this. But that means I would not be able to use all of the 3 shades together 10 times. Maybe that's not that bad. I could also, let me just swatch a few of them to help me decide. Like, these are the 3 that I'm kind of, oh, they look so nice together. Because Laguna is also very nice and it doesn't clash with anything else, but I feel like Gnarly and Laguna is just, they're just a bit too similar. So these are the 3 shades I am working with here. I think I'm gonna go with the middle one because it would be very easy to use. It's this one right here. It would go very well with this one and also pretty much with everything else. I just need to check what this is. This is the shade Guava, which probably comes from my Lush Life palette. Yeah, it's just a very nice kind of like mid-toned brown. Kind of takes away a little bit from my matte brown that I have in my Panda palette, which is the Huda Beauty Nude Light Obsessions palette, if you didn't know. But I'm gonna do it anyway. So this one, and this one are going to be the 3 shades that I focus on, and then I'm going to use all the other shades 3 times. And that is everything for my, I'm totally blanking, Project Level Up palette, which was created by Sofia Alexandra. If you didn't know, I forgot to mention that in the intro, sorry. Such a fun project, and it's getting harder though, so I'm not looking forward to level 4 and 5, and I feel like I might have taken on a little much doing this. We'll see how it goes. I said that I would share with you the details for this eye look in the end, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. And I did use the 2 palettes that I decided not to include in this project because I just did not want to work on this gigantic, this really big palette which has a lot of colors. It just didn't appeal to me, but I really enjoy using these when I have a day where I can play a little bit more with color, and that ensures that I get my No Pan Left Behind goal on this as well. Same with my Lethal palette. They're just so colorful, and I don't want to use any of these. I don't want to force myself to use any of these 10 times in a short amount of time. I want to use them in my own time when I'm feeling creative or doing something colorful. I'm gonna zoom you in. My skin is absolutely awful at the moment, so please ignore that. In this look, I am using 3 shades from my Colourpop palette. I'm using Drying Pan in the outer corner, this purple shade called Lavender Town in my crease, and then I have Jelly Donut, which is this one, in my inner corner. And then on my lid, I have this absolutely amazing purple to blue kind of shade in my, pretty much all over my lid. And then the darker shade in the outer corner is from the Colourpop palette. And then I also tried using this shade, which is called Release, this matte shade. That was the first crease color. and it was so patchy and just not nice. It's not my favorite. I remember trying to pen on it in a project years ago. Oops, that is the wrong way around. But I don't like it. So I pretty much covered most of it with the shade Lavender Town, which worked a lot better, which is interesting because this was a kind of cheap palette. The lethal eyeshadows are kind of expensive, but it might be getting a bit older, I don't know. And also purple eyeshadows are kind of harder to formulate, I've heard. So I don't know. It ended up being a more cool tone purple look, and I haven't done that in a while, and I kind of like it. And then I put a little bit of the purple from my Panna palette on my lower lash line just to kind of incorporate the Panna palette a little bit more. And that is everything for this eye look. That is everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a absolutely lovely Saturday if you're watching this when it goes live. And I hope your Women's Day was as relaxing or interesting or exciting as you wanted it to be. Mine is a relaxing one, and I really enjoy that. So yeah, that is the perfect day for me. And thank you so much for watching. I will hopefully see you in a video very soon. Until then, take care. Bye! I have so much eyeshadow on my fingers. Bye!